That's the hole there. Well, you probably know by now I had my ski pass suspended for apparently skiing in a permanently closed zone. So it is Monday, February 13th, and I'm sitting at home staring at my camera to try to explain to you, people who follow me, just how I had my pass suspended. So when I first started skiing with Jen many moons ago, we tried to ski this line into Ruby Chute because I remember skiing down Ruby Bowl through the regular way, which is just through the very top gnarly entrance of Spanky's Chute, and looking up going like, hey, how do you get there? So we climbed up, we farted around in a couple minutes and couldn't figure it out, and then just skied back down and went like, oh, I don't know, I guess there's no way to get there. Now, 5 years has passed, or 6 years, whatever it's been, and it's I have a whole bunch of new friends on the mountain, and okay, we've been looking at this line, and through talking to some people I know, I've finally understood how you get to this line. So here we go. Here goes Jen and I. We go off to check out this line, and we basically nailed the entrance. And first time around, I got really spooked because it's over some pretty big exposure. And I said, let's just not do this. Let's go take a look at the bigger picture so you can see the bigger picture here. Anyways, we went around, did some other stuff, tried to figure out how to get there a different way. Couldn't figure it out. Got a big picture of the area. And I was kind of like, I don't even know if I want to do it. But then on the way back up the chairlift, I was looking at it really good, and I went, okay, I can see how we can do this. So off we go. So as we're hiking along the traverse towards the zone where we were, because now with the picture of the zone, we figured out how we could get there. So as we're hiking up, the only signs that I see are cliff signs. There's cliff signs on either side of the traverse on Spanky's over to Spanky's Chute on Ruby Bowl, and all they say is cliff. Yes, cliffs to your right. If you slip there, there's a 100-foot cliff there. You're pretty much just a goner anyways. There's nothing there. So the only way you're going to slip to the left is you have to virtually hike up the side to where you're going to drop in there. Well, we hike back up to the same spot, and we proceed to ski through this zone. Pretty easy. Not a big deal. Did a little shimmy up to Ruby Chute, ski Ruby Chute. We ski Ruby Chute, and it was a pretty awesome way to get into Ruby Bowl, I gotta say. Now, at any time of this, did we know we were in permanently closed zone? Well, any other zone on the mountains, from my experience, when there's a permanently closed area, there's basically a big stop sign that says, permanently closed, do not pass, passes will be revoked. Passes will be revoked. Passes will be revoked. Okay, every zone that I've skied in on these mountains, where there is a permanent closed zone, there is a sign. Why there is no sign at this point, honestly, I don't know. But it wouldn't be too hard to just put one there. As you can see here, as we hike up to this zone, all we see is cliff signs. No permanently closed zone. We didn't ski the line the first time. We went back around. Second time we skied the line. There's not even thinking that this is a permanently closed area, because I know there's groups that go through this area to ski Dominator, and that's pretty much the only way to get there unless you come from the bottom side and hike way up. And I'm pretty sure there's a do not hike uphill sign by Spanky's to get, because they want you to go through that gate. So at no time did we pass a permanently closed sign. So according to patrol, that's not an excuse. We should have known. So the only reason I knew I was getting my pass suspended because Jen had told me that the head of patrol, because she's a patroller, got a hold of her and she's like, "Did we ski a permanently closed zone?" And I'm like, "Nah, I didn't see a sign, did you?" But anyway, this is the only reason I knew. So the next day, I got an email from the patrol manager, Seamus Frew, who I kind of know Seamus because he usually talks to me and tells me what's going on when we're standing at the peak chair waiting, because they're, controlling and doing avalanche control, and we're just sitting there waiting patiently until they get all their work done. So here's the email I got, and it goes like this. On February 2nd, you were observed on social media, going through one of our permanent closures in the Spanky's Ladder area. These areas are closed due to the hazards they pose to our staff and guests. This includes, but not limited to, cliffs, avalanche-prone terrain, and areas that are not easily accessible for rescue. We have a no uphill hiking policy except on designated uphill hiking routes. And this area is clearly labeled on our trail maps as a permanent closure. So let's take a look at their map. It just kind of looks to me like they took a pen and just drew around and went like, that's permanently closed. And this is honestly just on the face side of Blackcomb. Not on the back side in Spanky's, just on the face side. So the email goes on. This email is to inform you that your pass is suspended for 1 month and will not be able to use your pass at Whistler Blackcomb or any VAIL resort. You will also be required to complete a safety awareness seminar prior to your pass being reinstated. Okay, so your suspension will commence on February 8th and will be reinstated on March 8th pending completion of the course, which of course I did, no big deal. I'm also asking you that you remove this footage from social media and is most likely drawing other members of the public into this terrain. Maybe, but simple fix, put a sign there that says permanently closed and nobody will go there. Now let's talk about, was I right or was I wrong? I guess I will admit I was sort of in the wrong here. I should probably have not have skied there. But I don't have the map etched into my brain on what is permanently closed and what is not permanently closed. That's why when you're skiing around, there's a lot of signs that say permanently closed. If you go up the gray zone, for instance, so you go up the chimney, you're in the gray zone, and as soon as you get to the top of the gray zone, if you look to the right, there is a rope and a bunch of permanently closed signs all around there. And then as soon as you go straight across over to where some of the cliffs are on the other side, there is more signs permanently closed. On Whistler, the weekend shoots, there's signs there permanently closed. Like everywhere, there is the all-you-can-eat shrimp right off the peak chair, signs permanently closed. Anyways, the permanently closed signs are everywhere. Why this one area on the mountain, doesn't have a permanently closed sign it's beyond me. Like, it's a 15, and it's like, it's just hike up Spanky's, put the sign there. Nobody skis there. Done. Except, study your map, know where all the permanently closed signs are. Now, so I lose my pass for 30 days. Which sucks, but so I lost my pass. Can't ski at any VAIL resort, so I thought, I'll go to Kicking Horse to see the freeride contest. No, can't do that either, because it's a VAIL Resorts suspension, not Whistler Blackcomb suspension. All right, so some more. So let's look at the footage here as we are going to where we were basically in the permanent closed zone. As we hike up to the left of the Spanky's Traverse, We get up to the top where you can see out onto the other side of Spanky. Oh, so as we're hiking up, it's just cliff signs. Nothing but cliff signs. Cliff right, cliff left. No closed. No avalanche danger, just cliff. No anything. Anyways, just cliff. Well, cliff means cliff, but actually there's always a way to ski through a cliff sign most of the time. So if you managed to catch the video before I changed it, I changed it to a membership. So if you actually want to pay, yeah, I'm sorry it's behind a paywall, but that's where that video lies right now, along with another one that people got upset about in the mountain bike world. So if you want to see those two videos, it's pretty cheap anyway. So if you want to be a member, that's where these videos lie. But I'm going to kind of go through this. Let's go through this video a little bit. I'm going to show you the spots where I guess we were permanently closed. So here we are, Jen and I, and as soon as we drop into this zone here, as far as I can tell from the map, is a permanently closed zone. So pretty easy to stick a permanently closed sign there, but we didn't see one. So off we went. Down we go through the crux, and then we start just shimmying our way up over to Ruby Chute. Very carefully, not taking any chances. We know we're over a big exposure, but again, there isn't a don't hike uphill sign anywhere along that bank. There's no permanent closure sign, so we weren't even thinking that this is a closed area. Not even for a second. Or we would have not gone there. Like, why would we go there? We know you lose your pass. We get up to the top of Ruby Chute, and it looks awesome. And we're pretty excited that we get to ski this little 30-meter section of snow that most people don't ski because they don't know how to get there. And, you know, the whole experience is such a big rush. So I ski down and I have a big schluff and basically just got out of the schluff and let it go by. No big deal. There's nobody in Ruby Bowl. It's a Thursday. There's nobody around, but that's not an excuse. So anyways, we had a great time. We skied that. And then unfortunately, Jen got a call from the head of patrol saying that we skied in a permanently closed zone and that her pass is pulled as a patroller for 30 days, and that mine was going to get suspended the next day via email. And then that's the email that I got from Seamus. Do you think them just pulling my pass was the right thing to do? They couldn't have just told me, like, hey, you skied in a permanently closed zone, don't do that again? I will never do it again. I have never done it before. I don't know why they think I would have knowingly done it now. And I think that's the big thing there, is they think I knowingly skied in a permanently closed zone, which, again, let's just go back. I guess if there's no sign, it's not an excuse. We're supposed to know the map. How hard would it be to put a sign there? Would prevent this from happening to anybody else. Anyways, that's about all I got to say. I don't know what else to say. I'll be back skiing. I guarantee you I'll be skiing on March, when my pass is reinstated on March 9th. If you want to see the little Corsi seminar thing I had to watch, it's like 30 minutes long. Let me know. I'll put the description. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put the link in the description, and you can watch it. And there's a password. It'll be in there. Have a look. So because they only got me on social media, and there was no signs that said permanently closed, do you think that's the reason I only lost the pass for 30 days? Because it could have very easily been a full calendar year. So am I lucky or am I not? Anyways, I don't know. Well, hopefully my explanation here is helped a little, but honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sitting here scratching my head. Why? I don't know. Even Dex is wondering, what are you doing home, man? Don't you usually ski on Mondays? Dex, are you wondering what I'm doing home today? Dex? Dex, are you wondering what I'm doing here? Why? Are you wondering what I'm doing here, Dex? Are you wondering why I'm not skiing? Well, let me tell you why. Okay.